And as was being said a moment ago, when we're doing the project to remove schools and the trees, a lot of the substandard schools that we removed and replaced with modern classroom blocks were in our Zongos and in the northern regions of Ghana. We have done a lot in our Zongo communities, and we are not a type who come and have to take a paper and read for people to know what we have done. Our people can see themselves the work that NDC does in our Zongo communities anytime NDC is in office. I don't need to go over that again. There are several projects we're doing that have been abandoned. When we're sharing the e-blocks, several of them were allocated to Zongo and Muslim communities. Many of those schools have been abandoned, and I've made a promise that when we come, we're going to continue all the abandoned projects. Not only the abandoned projects of NDC, but because we are patriotic and well-meaning political party, even the projects that this current NPP government does not finish, when we come into office, we'll continue them and finish them. Because these projects are being executed with the taxpayers' money, the money of Ghanaians. And so when you abandon a project, you are wasting the money of Ghanaians, not the money of a political party. And so we'll continue those projects and we'll complete them. My brothers and sisters, there are several other things that we stated in this manifesto. And I just want to point out some of the hypocrisy of our brothers. In our manifesto, I mentioned that we were going to provide special places because of the principles of Islam, that when a person has died, he must be bathed in a certain way and he must be buried as quickly as possible. We said we're going to provide special places so that Muslims can perform the rituals that are necessary and hurriedly go and do the burial. They started laughing at us and said all we can provide the Zongo communities is mortuaries, Zongo mortuaries. Recently I saw the Vice President attending a function to commission a mortuary for Muslims. The same people who were laughing, today they are seeking credit for opening a mortuary that will handle Muslim bodies. It shows the kind of hypocrisy that our brothers have. But let me say also that the limited registration exercise is going on. And I urge all of you to encourage our young people who have not registered to come out and register. If they are 18 and above and haven't registered, let them go and register. And if you have registered but you've lost your voter's ID card, this is the time to replace it. During this period until 2nd October, you can go and replace your ID card. And so let us all come out and register. And I just want to give you a bit of history, because I did history in university. The Trans-Saharan trade, that's the trade between the west coast of Africa and North Africa and beyond, started in the 5th century. By the 14th century, there was a big trade taking place between West Africa and the Trans-Saharan areas in gold, in cola nuts, in perfumes, and other products. This trade was handled by some of our brethren. The houses, particularly, were based in Salaga, and they used to bring perfumes and other goods from North Africa and come and exchange them with gold and cola nuts and other products from the forest regions. At that time, there was no country called Ghana. The Fulanis used to bring cattle to come and sell. The Zambrames were here. the Gaos were here, the Moshis were here. Everybody was here long before we knew that there would be a country called Ghana in the future. If you look at those who fought in the Second World War, go to Kumasi, there's a memorial there, and read the names of those who died, went and fought and died. You see Alasa Mushi, Bawa Gurushi, Salifu Zambrama, you see Busanga names, you see all those different northern tribes, Hausas, Yakubu Hausa, they all went and fought in the Second World War. In the Second World War, there was no country called Ghana. And so today, when we have a country called Ghana, all of us make up that country. Ghana is a country united in diversity, because it is the various ethnic groupings that make Ghana strong. And that is why when we come to registration and you mention your name and say, who are you? You say, I'm a Fulani. They say, oh, you are not a Ghanaian, we're challenging you. They say, so I'm a Hausa, you are from northern Nigeria. Everybody in this country came from somewhere. We all migrated and came. And in the night of 6th March 1957, when Kwame Nkrumah made the declaration, he said everybody within the borders of Ghana at 12 o'clock on 6th March is a Ghanaian. And so we must take note of this history and realize that all of us are Ghanaians and that we have equal rights to be recognized as Ghanaians. And so when we're going to do our national identification card, our voters card, they should not say because I'm a Gonja, I'm not a Ghanaian. I'm a Hausa, I'm not a Ghanaian. Our great-great-great-grandfathers came into this land long before we ever knew that there would be a country called Ghana. And so we must insist on our rights. We're all Ghanaians. We are united in our diversity. And it is our diversity and our culture that makes our nation strong. And so let us all take note of that. We are hoping and wishing by the grace of Allah, and I can see the sign, that inshallah, 7th January 2025, NDC will form the next government. And if we form the next government, I know that there are a lot of things that our Zongos are interested in. And I can assure you, our pilgrims were comfortable. We opened the second takeoff point in Tamale, and I was proud to be there to witness the first Boeing 747 taking off from Tamale Airport to Medina. And since then, those in the northern sector fly directly from Tamale so that they don't have a great congestion with those who fly from Accra. There are many more things we can do to make our pilgrims comfortable, and I can assure you that not only the Hajj, but many other things. If you get our manifesto for 2020, open to page 82, you'll see several of the promises we made. We're working on the new manifesto, and we're going to be in consultation with you to capture as much of the concerns that you have, so that when NDC comes, NDC, which is your government, when it comes, it will make sure that we work in order to include our citizens of the Zongos in the national cake and make sure that they get their fair share. So I want to thank the organizers for doing a very good job, and to say that this is not going to be the first and it's not going to be the last. This is an interaction we're going to be holding regularly. And because time has beaten us, we were supposed to have an interactive session where we would have given the opportunity for everybody to be able to speak their minds. Unfortunately, because of time, we are not able to do so. But I can assure you that at the next stakeholders conference, we will have the opportunity to interact. And I can assure you that inshallah, when I become president, I will come to this stakeholders conference. I will come to this stakeholders conference, and any issues of concern that we have in the Zongo community, I'll be here with our ministers and we will address those concerns. I thank you very much. Allah bless all of us. Thank
you. Stakeholders forum ekosuno say person chere Ghana for say NDC party on pese ye pese ya engage obia a owo Zongo no mu, obia owo government institution mu, obia owo NGO mu, obia owo ni private company ye pese ya engage omu na nhwe ade kro a eha omu na say back to power na nhwe na solve sa problems no. No any institution and no any business places are Zongo ni. But uko say nema multi treatment no enye. Uko bibi usi ufri Zongo a ejuma kura po aye mawo. Uye Zongo ni uye ejuma wo institution bia say na omubu ti say unya nipa. So this time around we want to stand on our feet. Na yem bisa politicians no say muba power debe na mbe amae. Na yem say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama our chance almost about 99% of our power. So we have to engage him and tell him our story. Until you are engaging us, on this one, my kwan say, inshallah allow, or best I know organize bill. Na yembra, na new kasa, inshallah, dear organize.